Hey guys, I just wanted to come on here and do a quick September reading for you guys. I'm going to show you what I have here. So right now I have a display of candles. I have red, purple, yellow. I got amethyst, peppermint, reiki tea light, full moon and myrrh incense going. I have another wax melt going for pumpkin spice for the harvest, and I also have a baby spirit quartz for connecting with their highest guidance, bay leaves burning, and a black tourmaline. I hope that you guys could see all that. And I am going to be using today, I'm going to be using for the September 2019 reading, and we'll be using the Animal Spirit by Kim Kranz. I don't know if that's how you say it, but that's how I'm pronouncing it. So I'm just going to be shuffling the cards and being present and taking a couple deep breaths and be thinking of these energies for the September month. And I'm just moving this back a little bit. So I call on my guides and your guides and all beings of light to assist me with this reading, and that everyone watching this gets a clear and accurate message for them. So I'm just going ahead and shuffling and let you see how I do this really quick, and then I'll put it more back on once I get the cards flipped out on the cards. So we got quite a few wanting to jump out here, okay? I feel like there's one or two more, and this is for anyone that's watching. Okay, there they all are. So, yeah, right here, let me see, okay. I'm just flipping this around a little bit to try to give you some focus. I might have to prop my cans up here, guys. Hold on a second. Okay, so the first card that we have, guys, is the Otter. So this card is telling me that a lot of you are feeling that there is so much emotional flow going through you right now where you seriously cannot decipher what is really going on. You feel as if maybe some of you are not being heard emotionally. Some of you are feeling that you are not being able to take those emotions and alchemize them into the actions that you're looking for and within your life. So for an example, if you have a lot of things going on around you, you don't feel like you have the support that you've lent to others. This is a time to go inward with the Otter and see where you can really, and I'm seeing this Otter animal guide back floating, of course, and building within the emotional energies. So what is really going on? Do you need some emotional assistance? Do you need someone to hold space for you and really ground you into where the problem areas are at? I feel like there's so much point of reference. There's not enough time for you to really actively engage in your needs or wants. You are constantly on the go. You are possibly covering up your emotions with addictions, and I'm not talking like hardcore addictions. We all have our bad habits. This is more of like, what are you doing to cover up these needs and wants emotionally? Are you eating? Are you sleeping? Are you not doing either of those? Maybe you're overdoing or underdoing it. I'm seeing a imbalance in your emotions right now. So in September, this is something you really want to do some work with. This is your priority that needs to be no longer on the back burner. This is something that you really need to deal with, because in September I'm seeing other things come up, And without you taking your own advice, without you taking your own self first, making yourself a priority, it's going to be hard for you to have that assistance that you need with your emotional turmoil. And this is not negative, this is just something that has finally surfaced after a long period of go, go, go energy. Not much time for you to process anything that has been going on around you. You think you've dealt with it, you think you're trying to move on. You're really tired of the same old stories, the same old patterns. But the otter's coming to you to ask yourself once more, where are you avoiding this confrontation emotionally? How can you get this out on the table and declare it as a new way of reprogramming or rebuilding your emotional needs and wants in a way that is more calming and more of a way for you to look at it as an abundance, a emotional overabundance, instead of feeling like you're drowning or you're filling your cup up very little and then overflowing for others. So it's really about understanding that it's time to come together and bring in the month of September this emotional stability once again. Now, the next card we have is the deer. So, the deer always reminds us that we need to be present. We need to understand that patience is important, but things are very sacred. Things can be vulnerable. We can understand that things can be very precious to us and it can go at any time. But what I'm feeling clairvoyantly and clairaudiently and channeling here through my clairs, I feel this has to do with how are we treating ourselves? Are we putting ourselves against the grain, or overindulging in work, or overindulging in claiming all these responsibilities for others because we feel like we don't have a choice? We feel like we've been patient for far too long. How much more do we have to handle this? It's a lot of flighty energy is what I'm feeling from this card. A lot of anxiety, a lot of disturbances. So in the month of September, it's going again with the otter, asking you to see what's going on emotionally. I feel there has been a lot of backup in a way that is just not getting taken care of. So anything that makes you feel emotionally replenished, this could be yoga, walking, being out in nature, spending time with your fur babies, your children, your family, being alone in solitude, journaling, whatever it makes you feel good, doing a sport, doing art, doing absolutely nothing and listening to music in your bedroom, like whatever it is. The deer is here to understand that your vulnerability should not be something that is held against you, and you are being, you know, held against your will, so to speak, with a guilt trip. Because with these two cards, I feel like we've had a lot of emotional energies in the previous months. And September is here to guide us through those where we feel like we couldn't do it before. So this is a lot of self-care, a lot of, I know some people don't like this terminology, but taking care of the inner child, taking care of the parts of you, the vulnerable parts of you that you suppress due to being an adult, due to being a responsible, independent person. It's time for you to open that floodgate, so to speak, and allow yourself to be heard. The ripple effect of what you have been feeling. You need to move these stagnant waters. Because if you don't in September, you're still going to carry this on. And this is going to be a very hard time for you. And your guides don't want you to have a hard time in September. Now, I'm being real honest here because I feel a lot of clogged energies, as far as suppression and obsession and overthinking and over feeling in one direction and not feeling your own emotions in the other direction. So it's a lot of distractions causing this emotional disturbance. It's not allowing you to sit down and really get honest with yourself and being authentic with yourself. The next card that you had that came forward was the peacock. Now, the peacock is a very vibrant, very confident animal guide for you guys. So in September, this is where your guides want you to be. They want you to feel like you're in direct contact with your angels, your guides, divine, yourself. If you're not feeling it, you need to work on your crown chakra. With these beautiful feathers going through the crown, this is saying that you have had messages that have been waiting for you to be being downloaded. I've been having a lot of recently last night, I had a very vivid couple memories that were not mine. I got an actual full name from someone. This is saying that the peacock is coming in September to give you downloads of people's, places, things that can build your confidence within your own ability, your own blueprint. It doesn't mean you have to be psychic or clairvoyant. It could be if you're in real estate, if you're banking, if you're a full-time mother, if you're a full-time housewife and that's all you do. Whatever the circumstances, your guides are trying to get you to see your cool, collective, confident emotions to propel you forward as a catalyst for these positive miracles in September. If you do not, however, understand and see your self-esteem this month, that is where that back flow will just stay built up, and you're going to feel overdrained, overstimulated, and you're just going to feel like nothing's going your way, something's psychically against you. And there might be some of that, but what I feel from these cards and the little twinge in my head, the little pain in my left side of my head here by my temple, it's saying it has to do with the overstimuli of our emotions, of our brain, of the traumas we have not processed, and over stimulating ourselves to these triggers that cause us to go in this havoc like vibration. And sometimes we cannot help it, but where can you help it? Where have you been avoiding that responsibility due to you feeling overwhelmed with other responsibilities? How can you delegate? How can you create time? Any way you can. If you have got to get up in the middle of the night, if you got to lock yourself in the other room, take a bath, get a sound maker, whatever you got to do to cause yourself to focus in on these energies, it's going to help you a lot. The wolf in reverse. The wolf is all about intuition, following the pack, but also knowing when to be alone. With this card showing me, this is saying that we are feeling as if we are not intuitive enough. We are not capable enough to hear our own messages. Therefore, we are looking too far out. We are not understanding that we can meet spirit in the middle, and sometimes we don't have to go. We might be overgrounded is what I'm feeling with this card. We might be focusing on things that is tearing us away from that pure channel of psychic intuition and feeling close to our guides and angels. And again, I'm feeling like this is the Hanged Man for whatever reason, and the Hanged Man in tarot. And this is talking about our perspective. It's talking about using all types of energies, however you want to label them, negative, positive, gray, in between, perfect balance. How can you take this energy and really harness it with your free will and your creativity? The colors in here are very yellow and orange. So this is talking about your solar plexus and your sacral. There could be an imbalance in these right now, which is contributing to this overflow of energy emotionally. where we feel we are almost closed off psychically, where we're closed off heart centerly, like an heart center, you know what I mean? And we're not really feeling connected. We're feeling as if people are against us. We're feeling as if people are not getting their balance in their life, their karma, their retribution, their wake up call. And we've been over and over again, we've been dragged through the pits of hell, so to speak. There's a lot of raw, painful emotions that we have not talked about. So, however, you've got to get them out. If you got to talk to a friend, if you've got to record your voice, if you've got to write it down, if you got to go to the gym and work it out, get a punching bag, burn it on a piece of paper, whatever's going on here, that will help cause these thick debris to no longer weigh down on us and cause us to feel as if they can be uplifted. We can call on our spiritual supply, our cosmic tribe, and allow it to be taken from us from a higher perspective, rather than it tumbling down on us and we're getting caught in quicksand. Because that's what I'm feeling when this card is in reverse, guys. Is it feels like our head and our mind and our heart is going downhill, like we're being stuck in a just horrible quicksand. There's no rescue here, which is not true, which is which is really our reality smack dab in front of us. And we're not, it's almost like we just keep regurgitating it, but we're not digesting it. It's a very strange energy I feel here for some of you. The cosmic egg is in reverse as well. You know, we got the snake here, we got the beautiful hues of rainbows. A lot of us are feeling like there's never going to be an ending to our suffering, that we're not the primary character in our story. It's never going to get better. We're in other people's stories and they take advantage of us, whatever. The cosmic egg is here to tell you that spirit is with us. With the circle all encompassing, as in tarot, the world, it will shift within time. But we have not had solitude, guys. We have not had any form of release, any form of digestion. We have been go, 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 and we just keep regurgitating the same energies over and over again, which is causing us to feel like some people have the cosmic key of getting by with everything, and we are suffering for them. This is purely because we are empathic. We are beating ourselves up. We don't know our own power. We feel like if we had the power, we wouldn't be feeling like this. But where has your power been at? That's the question your guides want you to ask this September. Has it been with other people? Has it been with a memory? Has it been with this quicksand that we have been inviting again and again? Are we seeing other people's confidence and not able to reach our own vulnerability and our own emotional truth, to where we can really take all three of these beautiful energies and flip these other two around and say, yeah, things have to be balanced out. We got to learn these lessons. Everything's not perfect, but that's the beautiful thing. We don't have to be perfect in order to retrieve these back. Okay? And that's where that notch is at. That's where that skeleton key is hidden. Is that mindset that we do not have to have a picture perfect resolution. We can still have things gone undone. We can walk away and let things drift away on its own. We can look at things that might be haunting us as a future bridge of a blessing and not a ankle weight, okay? This is what I'm seeing clairvoyantly and hearing clairaudiently. There's a lot of need for alchemy. My guides are showing me a lot of rose, lavender, peppermint, and chamomile as herbs to use. Colors are red, purple, yellow, and orange. These are just the colors that I'm feeling. You don't have to go out and buy herbs. You don't have to go out and buy candles. Just having these attributes in mind. What does those, when I say those, what comes to mind? Is there an action? Is there a memory? Is there a certain diet, a certain drink, a certain time of day that corresponds with those emotions and those attributes and associations that you can substitute to bring these energies in? So, for an example, when I think of chamomile, I think of good sleep. Okay, when I think of peppermint, I think of pain relief. So that could be yoga, that can be stretching, that could be drinking plenty of water, drinking something with aspirin in it if I'm not allergic to it. When I think of purple, I think of psychic intuition. I think of, just before bed, and I start to meditate before I close my eyes. Tap into these vibrations. You do not need the actual physical energy in order to tap into it. It's all emotions. Where use that overpowering anger, emotion, sadness, grief, depression to really tap into where you want that direction to go. We need to harness those free wills back to us and be able to distribute it in the way that we want in September. Because yet again, my guides are reminding us, if we do not, this is where things are going to get very hard. And we're not going to solve the problems that we have needed to solve for quite some time. It's a form of procrastination. It's a form of delay because we're afraid to take action or afraid to take our power back, because then we can no longer distribute that pain or that aggravation or that energy onto something or someone else. That is not to make you feel guilty. This is to wake you up and let you know that you have that much power behind your energy, that you can decide. You can have this key retrieved back to you. It's something that is not lost away at sea. What my guides are showing me is like the Titanic, and we have that beautiful blue heart down in the ocean. Our hearts are here with us. We might feel it's in memories, it's with someone else, it's went blue and black, it's cold now because we didn't get what we feel we deserved. But you can give yourself what you deserve in small amounts by first understanding you need to tap into these energies in September to rebalance and give that heart vitality again. You've dispersed it, you see how it's took you here, and you don't need to regret yourself. You don't need to feel as if everything has been lost, okay? The black egg, yet again, is about something you have been wanting, something that has been missing. It's in reverse again. So there's been something that you feel cannot be retrieved because of whatever reason. A memory, a person, a place, a thing, something that you have within yourself that seems like it's a deficiency or is bringing you lack or blockage to what you feel like is going to be that golden egg, that black egg, the black sheep. You feel outnumbered. You feel as if you are being punished, or you're not going to get anything that you want because you have been labeled this black egg. You're the black sheep. That is where you need to do some work and understand, when you're not being told or being treated this way to make you feel that way, how are you treating yourself that way? So it's almost like, how have you allowed this energy to keep going with or without those influences in your life? Whether they're present or not, how can you start to take that power back? Okay, let's say for an example, You feel unworthy. You feel like you're not enough. So every time you don't get something you want, you don't feel as if you're good enough. Someone makes a little stabby comment and says, oh, well, you spelled that wrong, or you said that wrong. Do you automatically go snap right back in there and say, I'm done, overdone, game over, I'm the black sheep, I'm the black egg. See, this is just another thing to just make me want to sit in the corner and pout and cry and give up on life. Like, it can be that dramatic because we feel so deeply. This is not to guilt trip you once again. This is asking you, where are you giving that power away so abruptly, whether it be through your own thoughts, your own actions, or through other people's actions or their own words. This is where these keys will come in. These reverses are very important for September, for you to tap back in those other ones, to bring those positive, uplifting energies. So a lot of these blocks, what I'm feeling is not where I want to be clear that it's, again, not to be hurting anyone's feelings, not to say, oh, it's all on you. You're the one that's been causing this for so long. You just keep letting it be. You keep making it go longer because you're not sucking it up. No, I hate that when people say suck it up. It's not that. It's about, where are you not giving yourself that satisfaction? Where are you not giving yourself credit? Where are you not seeing your own value without these circumstances, these comments, these energies? How can you harness them back to self? There's a couple more cards here. You have the butterfly. Oh, beautiful. I'm so excited, guys. And see how there's beautiful hues of orange, white, black, and blue. There is gray, of course, in every card here in this deck with a pinch of yellow. But this is just saying, like, you need to follow that solar plexus, that free will, that creativity. Understand that the orange, which is all about the sacral chakra, where a lot of us can carry a lot of pain from the heart chakra and the throat chakra, where we feel like when someone puts something on us, we carry that for life, that it's holding down our wings, it's holding down our free will. This is about understanding that everything you have went through is not for nothing. It seems like it is. It seems like everything's gone. Everything we ever wanted we'll never be able to have. But it doesn't mean that there isn't better alternatives out there for us in the future, even in the present. There's treasures to be dug up this month in September. A lot of internal treasures that we have not even fathomed because we've been so focused on the outward world. The last card is the tiger. How beautiful. With the crescent moon and the beautiful hues of orange and yellow. This is telling us once again our free will, our creativity, and our intuition will be at its highest. So pay attention to your dreams, to your intuitive hits, to the conversations you overhear, to even the conversations you have with yourself and others. This is a time of transformation, 100%. This is up to you. This is your choice. You have choices this month. Big, life-changing choices. And it has to do with how you see yourself and how you will carry yourself forward within these months coming up. But September is your turning point. September is the hard work that you have been procrastinating because you have found, for whatever reason, you have felt unsuccessful, unworthy, or even penalized and tortured for whatever reason in the past by others or your own I don't even want to say mistakes, your own actions, because you see in these cards a very strong, beautiful, divine blueprint of greatness, of leadership, of understanding that you are building your strength even at your weakness. Even when you feel like there's nothing left, there is quite a bit left there. You just need to retrieve it from within and understand that you have that perfect key for yourself. It's not perfect to the world, it's perfect to you. What has been your key that you have been looking outward for when it's been with you all along? It's acceptance, it's leadership, it's free will, it's comfort level for you. You're beautiful, you're talented, you're so much more than what you have been through and what you're going to go through. It's a constant beauty, it's a constant butterfly moment of transformation, it's a constant courage that you carry that you forget you have because you keep beating yourself up with these reverse cards of feeling like you haven't got what you wanted. You know, you're the black sheep. The cosmic egg is someone else's treasure. You'll never have the leadership or the intuition to figure out how to solve your problems. The confidence, the vulnerability, and the emotional flow is, been too much and it's not going to get better. That's a lie. And this month is here to teach you the truth about yourself. Don't even worry about others so much this month, because once you open those floodgates to yourself, all the abundance, all the prosperity will come to you, from you, around you. And those other people will have made their choices, guys. They have the same choice as you. And a lot of them will choose the easy way out, or not even the easy way out, the familiar way of hiding behind the overwhelm. Okay? I'm not saying that that's not something worth looking into and feeling for a while. But you guys are done with that overwhelmed feeling. You know where it gets you: procrastination and overthinking. It gets you anxiety and depression. It gets you to feel like you're not yourself or you're not enough. Once you flip that script and you realize everything you need and want is in you and is you, that perfection doesn't have to exist, because you have all the tools and necessities to have that abundance, to have that aha moment, to have everything you've ever wanted and more. The more you will see in September, these vibrant energies returning to you. You'll retrieve more than you ever thought possible, and you will even gain more than you thought possible. So this is a very depth and very, I would almost say, a very deep diving energy. It can be a little confusing. So if you guys need help digging through these energies, I would be happy to do journal prompts, pull some cards with you, spiritual advising, spiritual coaching, life coach exercises. You can get that kind of service on my website or through my PayPal with a small donation. We will work through it. We will decide the price at a equal price that is fair to you and what you can donate and what you can afford, because I want to make sure my services are worth it and affordable, because I really do love what I do with you guys, and I really want to help you guys and also help me understand myself better, and we can help each other. We can grow together and really get through this month with incredible miracles and abundance. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Raven Hope, aka Heather Downey, and I look forward to speaking with you guys soon. Please check out all my links below. I will leave my Patreon, I will leave also my PayPal link, and I will also leave my Facebook and Instagram for you guys. Again, happy September. Blessed be. God bless. Namaste.